Leeds United will rely on a few huge players this season, not maybe to the extent that we did last season, where we were just sort of leaning really hard into individuals doing incredibly well, but still there could be a little bit of reliance on individual talent and excellence to get us across that line. And let's be honest, we know that creativity from the wings will be absolutely essential, because creative out wide means goals in the middle. That's a Jesse Marsh phrase. But fitness and consistency will be just as important, so it's very, very concerning when Leeds United have gotten a huge Willy Gnonto injury concern at the moment. Now, this has come off his time on international duty with Italy's under-21 side. They played against San Marino's under-21 side yesterday, and I'll be completely honest with you, I really want to like San Marino right now. I'm very happy with the fact that they've won their first match in 20 years against Liechtenstein. It was their first competitive win ever, and that is a huge set of things for a team to be able to do. And it's the perfect underdog story, you know? You cannot complain about the way that they've sort of, like, captured the world's imagination. However, there were some slight issues, because San Marino know that, especially their youth players, if they're going to play against a team like Italy, they're going to be in trouble, because San Marino isn't the highest of like technical ability when it comes to squads. So when it came to Gnonto versus San Marino, you've got a player that is constantly playing championship football against a youth team for San Marino. I'm going to do a very quick Google, actually. I'm going to search San Marino under 21 squad and see if there's a single person that plays for like a significant team. But I'm very much unconvinced, I'll be honest with you. But this means that when it came to doing defensive stuff, the San Marinese focused very, 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 very hard on some hard fouling, firm tackles, that sort of stuff, which is a problem when you consider what happened to various Italy players. So I've got two fouls I'm going to show you from the match. We've got an example foul that I'm going to pop up first, which is one that didn't happen to Willy Gnonto.
A gennaio il prestito ancora in Portogallo al Braga. Deciso l'intervento.
I'll try again because it didn't work on my end. It might have worked on yours, I'm not sure.
Parigina. E a gennaio il prestito ancora in Portogallo al Braga.
So that's example number one of San Marino player aggressively going through the back of someone, which, you know, general rule of thumb, not the done thing. But thankfully, that wasn't a Leeds player until the next foul that I've got on the list.
Savona. Gnonto, stato duro alle spalle.
Doesn't look great, does it? It looks very studs down the back of the Achilles, which you'd normally think, okay, maybe you can get up and you can shake that off, but then it came down to it. Then we found out a little bit more information about what had happened, and he was pulled off after 45 minutes as a result, probably, of this tackle. And this, in my opinion, is the big worry when it comes to international breaks and stuff like this. The fact that you've sent some of your best players overseas to play for their nations, and sometimes their youth nations when they've been dropped out of their international squad because championship. Sorry again, Willy, you'll get back there one day. But it's always inevitably going to lead to some teams seeing it as being more important than others. It's going to lead to San Marino desperately wanting to defend against a team that they're going to get battered by. They lost something like 7 or 8-0. But they're still going to fly into those challenges and cause big problems for people. And the issue is, it's going to lead to injuries. And that's why I was a little bit iffy on Gnonto going international duty. I'm a little bit scared for Matteo Joseph as well. And either way, we know that the wings are going to be a concern for us this season. Take, for example, Mana Solomon, right? Mana Solomon, spectacular player. But he's got the occasional issue with him where if he gets injured, he's injured for a long time. And if we lose Mana Solomon at this point, we're down to 2 wingers, except we're not, because Dan James has a hamstring issue. So this is all starting to add up and grow and build and build and build and stuff like that, and causes some pretty significant problems. And I'll be completely honest with you, we don't know what the depth of the Gnonto injury is. Hopefully it's a precaution. Hopefully it's okay, because he did play about 15 minutes after that. Hopefully it's a case of, right, Willy, we will take you off and make sure that you're okay. Because that's very important. Look after your players when you're managing an international youth team. But it's not a certainty that he's going to be completely fine. And this is what concerns me when it comes to international breaks. Bit spooky. And if you add Dan James' injury into the mix, plus the remaining international break and the fact that there's more and more and more and more players that are piled into that international break and still likely to play whilst being in the Leeds United squad, you start to get into the place of, oh, this could be a big problem for us, especially if we have one of the thinner squads in the Championship, which is the case, because we know that squad management will be more important than ever before. We know that squad management is a nightmare anyway, but if we're going to start losing players to international breaks, this is where we need to start paying a lot of attention to it, and especially paying a lot of attention to what Daniel Farke's doing. Because if we are able to rotate the squad a bit more effectively and make sure that people aren't injured, and if there is any doubt that someone is injured, take them out. Because Ruter played a lot of last season with a hernia, which I feel definitely affected us in that run-in. And he only properly got back to his best after the summer break because he got back and fit and healthy and stuff. It's a concern for me. And we need to make sure that the subs are happening at the right time and the side is looking as safe and sound and cozy as it possibly can, because otherwise I think we're in potentially big problems. But at the end of the day, that's just what I think. And as always, I kind of want to know what you guys think. So like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll hop over to Questions Corner. I am recording this video whilst I'm on a stream. So hop over to Questions Corner. Let's have a little bit of a chat about what is going on with this. What are some questions about the Gnonto stuff? I watched Tanaka play yesterday, so if you've got any questions about that, throw them in my direction as well. But yeah, I might end the video itself there, and the stream will continue. If you're here, stick around. It'll be nice. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you later, video folks. But stream folks, we are still here.